Hi, it's TJ, and it's October, which means that pretty soon it's going to be time for elections. I know most student organizations do elections usually the first or second week of November, and that's right around the corner, so it's time to start thinking about how you're going to handle officer transition and handing over your officer position to the new people who come in after you. So today on my blog, I reposted an old blog that I've had for a long time that I sort of put out there every year, called Taking the Has-Been High Road, which is basically how you should act when your time is done and you're handing over to the next person. But today in the video blog, I wanted to talk about something that comes before that, and that is how you behave in the weeks leading up to election, because a lot of you really have a strong idea of who you want to take over your position. Maybe you have a real strong idea of who has the skills or who has the right demeanor or who has put in work and has the experience with things, maybe just someone you like who you know would do a good job. And you got to be really careful when you try to choose your successor. It's a very amateur mistake. Don't do it. Don't let the entire group know who you want elected as the next president or the next vice president or whatever. It's not a good thing to do because it can backfire big time and be the thing that stops that person from getting the position. Because people like change. If you'll excuse a Hillary Rodham Clinton quote, she has a quote that said, basically, every election is about change. Every election. People want something new. A lot of times people will elect someone who is completely opposite from the person that's currently in the position just because they want change, they want a different perspective. So if you look too much like you're encouraging or you're pushing for a particular person, it could backfire and completely knock that person out of contention. So here's what I think you should do. In the weeks leading up to your elections, hopefully by now you know when your elections are going to be, you should offer publicly to spend time with anybody who wants to learn more about the position. Just announce it at a meeting, put it out on an email, put it on the Facebook group, whatever. Anybody who wants to learn about this position, I'm very happy to discuss it with them, give you an idea of what the job is like, how many hours it takes, what skills are most helpful in this position, what you should expect, and then make it open to anybody. In fact, go out and be seen encouraging people to think about the position. Look like you're really just trying to help whoever the group chooses for the position. Be conspicuously neutral. Do not tell anybody who you think will be the best person. Do not tell anybody who you plan to vote for. Don't show your cards. Be very, very neutral, very open to everybody. Praise everybody who seems interested in the position. Whenever people say, "Oh, can you believe that she's thinking about that?" Say, "Yeah, she's got some really good qualities. She might be able to do a really good job. I'm spending some time with her, and I'm going to make sure she understands the position. And if she runs, then I wish her the best of luck." You just have to be really neutral like that. Stress the qualities that you think are most important for the position. You don't have to be really obvious about it. You don't need to say things like, "Well, I think it would be really bad for someone who works a job." Like, don't be really obvious and disqualify people. But try to show some of the qualities that you think are most important. Talk about the job and let people make up their own mind. People like to feel like they have a choice. If you act like you've decided for everybody who the right choice is, it's not going to go well. People will vote against your thoughts just to put you in your place as an outgoing officer. So just be really open, talk about the position, praise everybody, and be a good sport whoever gets elected. There's a real strong chance that they're going to elect somebody that is not who you would have voted for, not who you would have chosen. But you know what? The position belongs to the organization. It doesn't belong to you. I know it's really hard after a year of busting your butt to think like that, but you really do have to remember that the position belongs to the organization, and people are allowed to elect whoever they want to elect. So you just need to be supportive and make sure that you're having someone elected into the position who's going in with their eyes open, understanding what the position takes, and maybe a little bit prepared for what lies ahead of them. So, all right, elections are coming soon, so get ready. Have a good day.